Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we've got the Scotland squad. Well, we've got all squads, but I'm going to be looking at the Scotland squad today. I'll do the France and Ireland tomorrow. I've already done the Wales, Italy and England, so yeah. My opinion on this is it's a fairly settled squad. A couple of questionable omissions, but apart from that, pretty solid. Yeah, let's just hop right into it. No better way than to start. So at the props, we've got Pierre Schumann, Jamie Batty, Rory Sutherland, Xander Fagerson, Darcy Ray and Will Hurd. Pretty unsurprising there. Darcy Ray in instead of Miller Mills, not on everyone's watch, but to be honest with you, fairly similar role. You know, there'll be a backup prop. Yeah, Schumann, Xander, your two tops there, and then you've got some solid backup options from them. So yeah, no real surprises there. On to hookers, we've got Ewan Ashman, Dave Cherry, Dylan Richardson and Paddy Harrison. Interestingly, they've decided to put in Dave Cherry instead of Johnny Matthews. I personally wouldn't have done that. I would have gone with Ashman, Richardson, Matthews, and then had one of either Hiddleston or Harrison as backup. Obviously, they have gone with Harrison, but they've gone with Dave Cherry instead, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Surely there's something between Townsend and Matthews, because he's top quality, but never gets picked. Moving on to second row, we've got Grant Gilchrist, Scott Cummings, Johnny Gray and Marshall Sykes. Great to see Johnny Gray back, obviously just back from injury, but playing well for Bordeaux, so really good to see him in. Cummings and Gray, Gilchrist fairly settled, and Marshall Sykes been around the squad for a while, so fairly settled second row there. Into the back row, we've got Rory Dodge, Luke Crosby, Jamie Ritchie, Josh Bayliss, Gregor Brown, Jack Dempsey, Matt Fagerson and Jack Mann. So quite a big list there, but all probably deserve to be there. Big call up for Jack Mann. He's not. It'll be a debut for Scotland if he ever appears. After something like 2 years out, injured for Glasgow, coming back not long ago, a couple of months ago, and has been tearing it up. Definitely deserves his spot. Dodge and Crosby, again, fairly well. They've both been playing well for their clubs, and yeah, can't say much else there. So a fairly well settled forward pack. Moving on to the backs at 9, we've got George Horn, Jamie Dobie and Ben White. I don't think it would have been hard to predict that one. Yeah. Any other people we could have had? Ben Velicott, Ali Price, both potentials but not quite in. Yeah. Moving on to 10, we've got Finn Russell, Tom Jordan and Fergus Burke. Jordan and Burke have early call-ups. This is Burke's first call-up. He has chosen Scotland over England, as was reported about a week ago. So good to see there. He's picked the right team. Finn Russell's Finn Russell. Best 10 in the world. Hard to see otherwise. At centre, we've got Sione Tuipulotu at captain, Rory Hutchinson, Hugh Jones, Matt Curry and Stafford McDowell. Again, fairly settled there. You've got your Hughie Pilotu, you've got Hutchinson, you've got McDowell and Curry all to back them up. Tuipulotu captain, I am extremely happy with. I thought he was a great captain in the autumn and definitely deserves a shot at a slightly more prestigious tournament. And yeah, great to see there. On to the wingers, we've got Duhan van der Merwe, Darcy Graham and Kyle Rowe. No Stain, he has apparently picked up a small injury against Racing and they're still unsure of a return point, so he's not initially been named. Thoughts are he will join up with the squad, probably is what they're saying, in that week between round 2 and 3, so for Scotland between the Ireland and England games. It's thought that he will join up, but they're still checking his injury. And then at fullback, we've got Blair Kinghorn. So slightly weaker as a destined fullback, but I suppose Kyle Rowe can play there. Pretty sure Fergus Burke could do a job at fullback too. Am I just making that up? Yeah, that's the full squad. I think it's a fairly solid squad. 2 debutants in it. But for Scotland's point of view, they need to target this Six Nations. They've been building slowly for a while. And I think there has been a real shift in the Scotland camp, and it's been a mentality thing for a long time. And with Glasgow winning the URC back in June, I personally believe that's going to do work for the Scotland team, as over half of the players and the captain were all part of that final or involved in that. So yeah. As well with players like Kinghorn, he won the Champions Cup and the top 14. Finn Russell made the Premiership final, didn't quite win it, but to be honest with you, he's head and shoulders the best 10 in that tournament, in that league, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, my opinion is Scotland will come third. I don't quite think they'll do it against France and Ireland. I could be wrong. I mean, both of their squads are out. The Ireland squad has raised a few questions. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, games to watch out for Scotland. Well, the two games they're targeting is the France and Ireland, because those are the games that they are, if they win them, they've put themselves in good stead. England away as well, though that could be a tough game. I mean, the 2 away games are France and England, the other 3 are at home, so they'll be looking at them. Ireland at Murrayfield, have they had a better chance in years to beat Ireland? I don't think so. They've been close a couple of years in a row now, if you take out the World Cup. So yeah. Do I think they can improve on third? I mean, if they get second or first, I'd probably see it as a successful season. But I think it comes down to a lot of luck and stuff. I think it comes down to excuse me, always yawning on recording. Luck, and I think things like red cards, injuries, the bounce of a ball even could determine Scotland. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm sitting here quietly confident they can do something, but we will have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts on that Scotland team. If your perception on Scotland has changed, what you think of the 2 new additions in Burke and Mann. I think they're going to be solid, and before you moan about Burke being another foreign player, he came across to England to play for one of the 2 and decided to play for Scotland because his head's screwed on straight, basically. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, I shall see you later.